Okay, we're back. This time we're going to be talking about some needed tools for when you're running coil machines, because you're going to have to constantly readjust, retune, and realign things. And to make it fast and easy, especially if you have to do it in the middle of an appointment because like something happens, you snap a spring or something, whatever, because you're not on top of your stuff, you always keep extra parts. I'll show you. This is a hygiene bag, but I actually keep parts in it. You can see here, I bought it new because I want to make sure it was sterile. I have extra Allen keys. I have like little screws. Here's my nickel for gapping when I'm tuning, which gets me. Here's a dime. Here's a dime clamp for off a machine. I can put on one if I need to. A lightweight armature bar for lining. Here's a heavier weight bar, a little longer for, I think this is a liner shader bar. It's in between. I got some extra springs here, and just posts and whatever. I got a lot of just a little knick-knack shit because I tore a lot of machines apart that were real cheap, and then I throw the frames out because they're just not worth a damn, and then I save all the parts. So anyways, so some of the tools you'll need is you'll need a dime, and you'll need a nickel, and you'll need this. This is for lining up the spring. You put your armature bar in here with your spring. This goes into the back where you would normally screw it to your rear spring deck, and it lines it up so you can tighten everything and keep it straight. Then on the other side, it has a spring bender, so if you need to bend your springs a little or adjust them, you can. And then here's some teeth, so you can kind of use it as a tool to but normally your spring goes in here and then you push up and it bends it accordingly. You can adjust how much you want to bend your springs. I always keep an Allen key set, on like a legit set, and then a armature bar alignment tool. That's what this is. It goes up through where the needle is here through here, and it hooks around your armature bar, and then your armature bar comes out until it hits where this is curved out, and that's right when it's clamped in there. And it helps you align it before you screw it in the back, so you know your needle's going to be centered with your barrel. So that's very important. You can't keep tattooing and doing good work, or even sometimes from the beginning, unless you have these tools, because not all machines are going to come set up just right for what you're trying to do with them either. And the secret with the nickel and dime theory is this: when you have a machine here, you can, like I did here, you can take your nickel and put it here, and that's my nickel gap for my shader or color packing, roughly, because it's plus or minus a little, just depending on the overall machine and how it's tuned and set up and the volts and everything you're running. Or like on my liner, you can put the dime in there and get roughly a dime gap. I have a little bit more because I'm running a power liner with a smaller needle, so I gap it a little bit bigger for that. And then I slow my hand down a little more so I can control it. Just something I adjust with, because I know I don't have a regular just everyday liner for smaller needles yet. I will be building one myself. I have another machine here I'm building currently out of steel. I started putting together a long time ago. It's right here if you want to look. I'm kind of still messing with it. Kind of got welded. Just, I don't know if I'm going to use this and turn it. I think I'm going to turn it like so, and then I'm going to do that. But yeah, I gotta weld some more on it, drill some holes, build it up. It's to come soon. Like I said, I want to collect some machines too. I'll go over a video over that, what collection I'm looking to collect, and how you can get some better, like top quality machines like this, and possibly not have to deal with the hassles that they don't sell to people who are not in a shop or what have you. Okay. So we're gonna go real quick on this. When you're looking at a machine and you're listening to it, they're not all gonna sound the same. This is a 12 wrap with 47 UF. So my tip to you is this: it runs, it sounds like this, really, okay. And then that's good though, because it, you know, it's got a good sound to it. And by the numbers on the power supply, I know it's good because I know how I want to run. I want to hit super hard and run really slow because I'm not the best with color work, honestly. So I'm trying to be able to spend my time working with it and getting a little bit better, fine-tuning my skills with it, because I can paint with colors really good, oil or water, or do pastel chalks. Anyways, so my point is this. So then you come to this machine, which is set up to run faster, 8 wrap, 33 UF, FK iron, soft shader, but it's gonna sound different. You're gonna get something more like this, okay? And I want this to be understood mainly because you need that to run that way, because then you get some really smooth blends. You get tighter configuration on the dots, because basically your needle, obviously under a load, it's not going to run as fast as that. It's going to have some tension against it with a needle, so it's going to, but it's not going to sound like this one does. It's still going to sound like it's humming a little more. The reason is it needs to, because then you got to move your hand a little faster, because hand speed's a very big important thing in tattooing, so you don't tear people up, and you can't be too fast or too slow. You just gotta kind of find your sweet spot. That's where the technique in tattooing comes from. So 2 great machines here. One's a Frankenstein. I consider it to be high-end because it's got a lot of FK iron parts on it, and the frame is a really good frame, even though it's not an FK iron frame. This I picked up for 60 bucks. It was great. I did that other video, 100 bucks for the pair. Great startup ones. You can also make this one hum a little bit, but it'll run slow enough for a beginner. I believe this is great for a beginner to do black and gray and colors and everything all the way around. With their liner, it should be equivalent to neat for good for a beginner. This is also great for a professional who just wants a backup color packer, because it runs at a good hard hit. I like this machine a lot. I will probably use this all the time now, even when I get some higher end ones. Okay, so we'll be right back. I'm going to do a video here in a minute after I check my barbecue on the collection of machines I'm looking to get.